How you doing, Thrashers? Welcome back to the Art of Ram. That's right, today we're talking about tail stalls. Probably one of the best reset tricks that you can learn in your skateboarding life, or whatever you want to call it. I'm sorry, I'm just waking up here. So here we go, tail stalls, all right guys? Essentially, we're gonna, after the rock fakie or a good pump, we can go up and essentially we're doing a reverse drop-in. So we're going up fakie, it's called tail stall. You've seen the videos in the basic. You sort of understand probably how to do them on banks a little bit. And doing them on transition is a little bit different. Takes a little bit of commitment. And there's definitely like a fear that comes into doing tail stalls for some reasons. Teaching kids how to do tail stalls is kind of difficult, you guys, but it's really not a hard trick, and I don't want you guys to think of it as a hard trick. I want you guys to think of it more of a challenge in your life when you're out there skateboarding, all right? So let's start talking about it. Here's one way to get warmed up with it. You know, again, like always, do a few knee slides, stretch your ankles, get ready for the jam, all right? So when I start teaching kids how to do tail stalls, this is how we do it. We get a couple pushes, and make sure our feet are in place. Now the foot placement, again, is gonna be very similar to your riding stance, all right? So we're in the riding stance. I dance on my board where I wanna go, and I'm gonna do a little tail tap at first, all right? All right, this is the best way to warm up your mind for a tail stall. Now as you can see, it's a really quick motion when you're doing just a tail tap on the ramp. Try to start working some more pumps in. Now for myself, right now, all I'm doing is trying to go up one more screw hole than the last time. Get a little bit more pump in. All right. Now this time I'm going to try to touch the metal a little bit. Almost. But right there, you can see my wheels are hitting the metal. And that's where I want to start getting comfortable getting to. All right, so slowing down here again. As you can see in that demonstration, it's kind of a quick, aggressive movement. You sort of have to strike the coping like a cobra bite, all right? So you come up, and right as you're approaching, right where your tail essentially would be even or flush right there at the coping, that's a great point to start initiating a lift up, all right? If you go up and wait, what's gonna happen, and we'll get into it, and we did get into it into the fakie hang up video, but you'll bonk off that coping and do a fakie rock, all right, or a fakie disaster. So you're trying to do the timing. The tail stall is just a big timing trick, and as you go up fakie, again, all you're doing is unloading the front leg, all right? So let's talk about sort of the weight shift, where your weight needs to be. You're coming up fakie, you're centered on the ramp, you're centered on your board, you're looking at the coping. As you're approaching up, once the tail is flush right there, all you want to do is shift your weight a little bit to the back leg, lift your front leg all the way up as if you were doing a drop-in, all right? And again, as a quick review with the drop-in, a drop-in is just a weight transfer from the back foot, 100% of your weight on your back foot, to 100% of your weight on the front foot. That's all dropping in is, all right? So you're centered. Shift your weight all the way to your back foot, lift up your knee, still be leaning in the ramp. That's gonna give you, that's just gonna make you see the landing of the trick. You're gonna feel that, oh, I can ride away from that, all right? So that's where you wanna get to. Again, it's gonna take a little bit of practice, you guys, but you're going up, lift up, looking down at the ramp. As you're lifting up, you're turning your head, you're looking in, your arms are sideways, no need to turn. Remember, we always point where we wanna go. We just want to point back down at the center of the ramp because that's where we want to go. Again, you always want to fall forward into your future. You never want to live back in your past and fall backwards onto the coping, onto your armpit, stuff like that. So let's start at the top of the ramp this time. Do a couple tail stalls, and we're going to talk about some variations. Let's talk about the bailout pattern real quick. Now, the board's going to be in front of you, so the bailout pattern, you have to be a little bit more snappy with your toes, all right? So rock fakie. And you always want to step into that knee slide. As you see right there, since I'm a regular footed person, I literally snap the board away, stepped with my back foot on this trick, and then I snapped right into a safe knee slide where I know I'm not gonna get hurt doing that, all right? So here we go. That's your bailout pattern. Now let's just do a couple at full speed, add some variations, and send you on your merry way to the skate park today. Here we go. Drop me with my feet in place. There's the tail stall. You actually want to get up. You might do something like that, and stop. That's great, because that's your timing. And now you're like, all I have to do is just lean in a little bit more. Can't like anything, sink a little bit lower the first few times. Get down in the more aggressive stance. Here's some variations. Grab the nose. Take your backhand. Grab trail. Move it up to a couple fingers. Try that one again. Stall, grab. You can grab steel fist. Oh, it's early. You go rocket. So many things, you know. Flip it up, take your foot off, flip the board around, do a magic trick. Try block your buddy. Go back in. So, a lot you can do there. Tail stall is a trick that has unlimited possibilities. You can go revert out of it, front side, back side, 360 I've even seen. It's a great trick. You gotta learn it. Have fun out there, pushing yourself at your local skate park, ram it down, and we'll see you tomorrow. Let's get it.